You are extremely good at spotting patterns. That is the problem. The machinery never switches off, even when there's nothing there, because real randomness is lumpy, and you expect it to be tidy. Scatter grains of rice, and they will not land evenly spaced. They clump. Every time. That's what random actually looks like. And we read those clumps as somebody's decision. In one case, that mistake sent people running to the wrong places. This one starts with a city being bombed. 1944. Flying bombs falling on London. No pilot. No aim you could watch. No warning worth a name. So Londoners did what anyone would. They watched where they landed, and a pattern seemed to jump straight out of the map. Certain districts seemed to be taking hit after hit. Others seemed strangely, suspiciously untouched. So people asked the obvious question. Why those streets? Theories grew fast, and some of them were about neighbors. People made real decisions about where to sleep on the strength of it. Then somebody did the boring thing and actually counted. He was 31, and he calculated risk for an insurance company. He'd also spent the war studying where these bombs came down. He took a chunk of South London and cut it into hundreds of equal squares. Then he counted how many bombs landed in each square. Some squares took several. Plenty took none at all. Then he compared that spread to what pure chance would produce. The match was almost embarrassingly close. The clusters everyone could see were exactly what randomness produces. He published it in 1946 on a single page. One thing that finding does not mean. They were absolutely aiming. They simply could not hit anything precisely. Intent and accuracy are very different things. Try this yourself right now. Picture 20 coin flips. Imagine the sequence, and notice how long your longest run of heads is. Most people imagine runs far shorter than the real thing produces. A genuine run of 4 or 5 is completely ordinary. And when it happens to you, it feels rigged. Now for the part that changed my mind while making this. The most famous example of this bias is basketball. Players get hot. Commentators say it. Fans feel it. For decades, the textbook answer was that the hot hand is an illusion. A famous study looked at a full season of shooting and found no real streaks. That result went into every psychology course for 30 years. Except the method itself had a hidden flaw. Two researchers showed the standard way of measuring streaks was biased. Correct that bias, and the original conclusion turns around. The evidence now points toward the hot hand being real after all. The textbook example of people fooling themselves was itself people fooling themselves. So what survives all that? The clustering illusion itself is real and well demonstrated. The London map still fits chance almost perfectly. What doesn't survive is being certain about where it applies. You can invent a pattern that isn't there. You can also dismiss a real one. Both are the same failure wearing different clothes, which leaves the least glamorous advice in the world. When a pattern matters, count it before you believe it. One quiet man with a grid settled an argument a whole city was having. There's a whole map of curious questions waiting at hello.curioo.com.